loves. I have just been going around today and a little bit of yesterday documenting the gas stations, documenting people boarding up their houses, some of the shelves. I just went to a Publix here in my hometown. There is barely any water on the shelf. There is still a little bit left. And there is only one type of bread. It looks like they probably ran out of every type of bread, and they might have gotten one shipment in or had this particular bread in the back or something. So I live in the state of Florida, and if you didn't know, we are about to get hit with a hurricane. It's going through kind of the eastern part of Cuba and Haiti right now, and it is going to come up the east coast of Florida. They're not sure of the exact track, but it looks like it's going to be a category 3 when it hits us. It is currently Wednesday at 2:52 p.m. and the hurricane is scheduled to hit us tomorrow night sometime, Thursday night going into Friday. Schools are closed both tomorrow and Friday. My job has rescheduled all of the inventories for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday just to make sure that everyone is safe. Here in Florida, we experience hurricanes quite often. This will probably be, I'd say, the 4th or 5th kind of major hurricane that's come through. Typically most Floridians, if it's a category 1 or 2, we just pretty much laugh it off. 3, we start to get a little bit more cautious, and 4 and 5, we do our best to evacuate or to like hunker down as much as possible. I just kind of wanted to make a short little video. I don't know if you guys are interested or to see what it's like to go through a hurricane. I live here right next to the Indian River, and I'm about 15 minutes away from the Atlantic Ocean. So we're right here on the coast. It's always a gamble with these sorts of things. This is kind of day 1. A lot of gas stations are already out of gas. The ones that do have gas left have lines that are, out the gas station onto the road. So yeah, this is kind of the calm before the storm. As always, it is absolutely gorgeous out here. Before hurricanes and before major storms, that tends to happen. My glasses are fogging up, I can't see. But yeah, as you can see, everything is just really, really nice out here. It's really calm, very hot, and I will, kind of take you along as we go. We'll see what tomorrow brings. The clouds will probably start rolling in tomorrow. And then the worst of the storm, I think, is supposed to come tomorrow night sometime. So yeah, sometime tomorrow and probably on Friday, I will try to venture out, kind of get, a comparison between what it looks like before the storm and what it looks like during the storm and what it looks like after the storm. Keep you up to date, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to day 2 of our hurricane party extravaganza adventure. We are currently taking everything away from the windows, putting some of our most valuable stuff in the middle of the house where there's not any windows, kind of getting things up off the ground, trying to figure out what we're going to take with us. We have decided to evacuate to my dad's work. In a few minutes here, I'm going to kind of do a walk around of the house and get a lot of video, just in case any damage were to happen. We would have that for insurance purposes. I'm also gonna go outside just to show you what our backyard looks like before everything happens, and then I'll kind of do a before and after when we return. We don't know when we will get to come back. It can be, you know, tomorrow night, tomorrow evening sometime. It might not be until Saturday. It is Friday, and it is 8:32, no, it is Thursday. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. It is Thursday, 8:32 in the morning. Here's just kind of my bed, my backpack, and some of the things. Important documents for sure need to be taken just in case anything happens. So this is kind of what my backyard looks like before the storm has hit. As you can see, the clouds are starting to form. That is the east. That is where the hurricane will be coming from. So we have taken our fire pit out. We have left the stones. Everything is in pretty good condition. We are going to take this bird feeder down. So yesterday I seemed kind of hype that this storm was coming. I mean, usually it's kind of a fun time for us Floridians. We kind of just laugh at other folks who, you know, have never been through a hurricane. Not laugh at them, but, you know, just, you know, we've been through it so many times before that we kind of, you know, it's like second nature to us. But as I was watching the news and the radar last night, this is going to be a lot worse than I think we all originally thought. It is scheduled to make landfall either in my city or just a little bit south of us. There are possibly going to be sustained winds up to about 140 miles an hour. Right now it's just coming off the Bahamas, headed towards the southern end of Florida, towards Miami area. Winds are 125 miles an hour right now. I would be lying if I didn't say that I wasn't nervous. I think our house will be okay. I think it'll sustain the damage, or like sustain the winds, but I'm worried about flooding. I'm worried about these windows. These windows that we have here are supposed to withhold about, I think, 150 mile an hour winds right here. And then I have to finish packing my clothes, get food together, and I think we're going to be, I don't know what time we're leaving here. I don't have my phone out here. I don't know exactly what time it is. It's probably sometime after 9 o'clock. It's been about 45 minutes to an hour or so since the last time that I talked to you. Here's what our wood looks like. So hopefully we'll come back to that looking the same. This is our shed. We have a pretty tall tree right here. We have these trees. Right there. I just wanted to get a little bit of footage it turns out that North Causeway was only temporarily shut down at the moment when I had come through the first time. So I tried to come through again and get some footage of it, but it was reopened. So I was able to get through, and here is some footage that I took at the Flagler Avenue location in New Smyrna Beach. So, good morning. We got here to the Utilities Commission about 12 hours ago, maybe a little bit more. It is about 8:15 or so in the morning right now. I actually got to sleep most of the way through the night. When we got here, it was raining, as you have already seen. We took all of our belongings in. We slept in my dad's office last night. We were up on and off from 4:30 to 5:30. I was up for the whole hour, kind of went around to look at everything. So it was expected to kind of the worst part to hit us about 3 to 6 a.m. this morning, but it still hasn't hit us actually. I am going to go check out. I am going to grab you right now. I'm going to grab a camera right now, and I'm going to go out and do kind of a short little walkthrough to see what it looks like outside now that it's not dark and the sun is, well, to see what it kind of, to do a quick walk around to see what it looks like outside now that it's not completely dark. Friday, October 7th, and it's a continuation of day 3. We have just been hanging around the office for a while, been sleeping a lot. My mom was grading papers. My dad is having to work. Occasionally we've been going outside to see what the weather is like. Right now we are going in to have a little bit of lunch. So one of the workers was off and he tried to leave, but unfortunately in both directions there's trees and debris down. So we're kind of stuck in here. It seems like the worst part of the storm is already past us, but we still have wind gusts, occasional rain, and we could be able to leave in just a few hours to go back home to see if there's any damage to our house. But unfortunately it all depends on what the roads are like. If it's still blocked in both directions, then we have no way out of here. We have to wait until the roads are cleared. But for right now, we are going to eat some lunch. My dad's work, and heading back home. He had to stay back. He wanted to come with us, but unfortunately there was a lot of stuff going on. He had to stay back, and my mom and I are headed now back to our house to see. Oh man, that's crazy. That's all messed up, the drive-through. There's a lot of damage from trees, a lot of things, a lot of debris, mostly a lot of trees down, a lot of flooding in some places. Dang. So the power's out, there are no stoplights, so we're really not sure where we're going to get back to. We'll find out here. We're about 15 minutes away, 10-15 minutes away from home, and we'll see what everything looks like when we get there. compared to what it could be. So we just got back home. It is 5:27. As you can tell, we actually got really lucky. We have a lot of down limbs over here. Our tree is still standing. All three of our trees are still standing. The trees over there did just fine. But as you can tell behind me, our neighbors didn't fare so well. Their fence is completely gone. And as you saw out front, the palm tree fell on one of the power lines. It's still raining. It's getting ready to rain a little bit more now. It's still windy. But it looks like as long as everything is past us and we don't get any other hard part of the storm, then I think that we did okay. Our neighbors on the corner of the street next to us had their entire tree fall into the road, as you saw on our way here. I just really like my heart goes out to everybody who is not in the same situation as we are, who didn't come home to their house being okay. It is 6:03 in the evening, and I don't know if you can hear that sound behind me, but there's a lot of generators running throughout the neighborhood. We do not have electricity. I do not have cell phone service. I haven't even been able to text any of my friends or get on social media to let everybody know that I'm okay. It could be several days before we have electricity again, but this is kind of a look at what just a couple of the streets in my neighborhood are experiencing right now. I can't see any very major damage to any of the houses in my neighborhood. Thankfully, the tree that I just showed you fell on the road and not the other way on the house. But unfortunately, throughout the state of Florida, a lot of people are coming home to a lot more devastating damage than we have. So we got very lucky. October 8th, day 4 of Hurricane Madness. Right now we just got finished eating breakfast and I started a little bit cleaning up the room here. So I have a lot of stuff in the living room that I still have to bring back in here. I have to organize all this stuff outside, and then when we're done with that, we get to organize this stuff. So, I'm going to set you up for a little montage as I start to bring the rest of my stuff into my room and get things back to normal. now comes the fun part, the cleanup. From going around the neighborhood, seeing what kind of damage is done. It looks like there's not a lot of house damage. There are a few people that have their windows knocked out, a lot of shingles off, but for the most part, the most damage in our neighborhood was from trees going down. Some blocking the road, and people are kind of out this morning trying to clean up their yard and get everything in order again. So we just went to Publix. The line was hella long for the deli. This is what we have. We have a hot dog bun with honey mustard, lettuce, tomato, green peppers, cilantro, and pickles, and some jalapeno chips on the side.
In the kitchen for me?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to put the camera down to take it for me. Here. Thank you.
So our outdoor freezer that's in the garage has been melting, and so now we're just trying to get all of the items that are out because our neighbors have been nice enough to let us run a power cord to their generator. So we have a refrigerator and a freezer. But now we have to get all of the stuff out here. These are chunks of ice that came off of our freezer. That's inside. Good morning, it is day number 6. I skipped yesterday because we didn't really do a whole lot. We just cleaned up some other stuff around the house. We still don't have any electricity. We are on our way. We're gonna try to go to Denny's in New Smyrna for some breakfast. We're not sure if they're open, if they'll have a long line or what, but we're going to check it out. out here after breakfast to Flagler Avenue. I know you saw it on the day the hurricane was supposed to hit. I came out here to get kind of a before view, and this is the after view. It is absolutely insane to see this beach so deserted. We have electricity. Hey y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I just want to say thank you for coming along with us for the last few days. Hopefully you got kind of a glimpse into what it's like to go through a hurricane. I want to send good vibes, love, and light to those who've been affected the most by Hurricane Matthew, to those who weren't as lucky as we were, who came back to their homes being destroyed, their homes being flooded, who are still working tirelessly to get things back the way that they were. Thank you for coming along again on our journey the last few days, and until the next video, I leave you with revolutionary love. Peace.